Hi, it's Sherri from A Quilting Life, and I'm here today to do a video on sew-alongs. I'm actually just nearing the end of one that I'm participating in, and also just beginning another one, and so I thought I'd share a little bit about some of the ways that you can go about getting prepared for, keeping up with, and sewing along with your favorite sew-alongs. There are quite a few things that I have to say about this, and hopefully some of my thoughts and ideas and tips will help you as you prepare for your next quilting sew-along. Let's get started. Okay, as I mentioned in the introduction, I'm just starting a new quilt along and also just finishing up one, and so I thought this would be a great time to do a video and talk a little bit about some of my tips and tricks for starting, keeping up with, and finishing a sew-along. First up, these 9 blocks that I have on the table are my first couple of groups of blocks from the Sampler Spree sew-along. If you follow my blog or you've seen some of my other YouTube videos, I did talk about this as one of my projects for the month of June. And I wanted to show you just a couple of things. First of all, I was able to get my book spiral bound, and this is such a great thing to do if you're using a book for a project like this. I love being able to, flip open the book and have it lay flat while I look at the instructions for the block patterns. And this sew-along is going on right now. It just started June 16th, 2021, and is going to go for at least 10 weeks, so throughout the summer, so it's not too late to join in. You will need this book to sew along. There are 106 block patterns in this book, and I'm going to make the 100 block sampler, but there are going to also be other options along the way for smaller projects that you might want to make. So this is a great one to jump in and start right now. As I mentioned, I'm just trying to sew 4 to 5 blocks a week. The author of the book, Susan Aki, her sew-along, they're doing about 10 to 12 blocks a week. But I'm just going to kick along at my own pace of 4 blocks a week, and I'll have this finished up before the holidays. And I am just using my scraps. So I love sew-alongs for the fact that they are a great way to use up your scraps and small pieces. So anyway, this is just a sampling. The blocks have been really great so far. I've really enjoyed making them. This kite block, I actually did use a block lock kite in a square ruler for, and I absolutely loved using that ruler. I can link it in the description. I love how perfect this came out. I've made kite blocks before without a specialty ruler, and they're fine to make that way, but I really, really love this ruler, so I will link that. Okay, I'm going to put these away, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the sew-along that I'm just finishing up. And you can still get these patterns. The last block was released last week. There are 36 blocks, and the finishing instructions are actually going to be released tomorrow. So I've got my 36 blocks, and you might have also seen these too. I've posted them about a few times. But these patterns are in 3 sizes, 3-inch, 6-inch, and 9-inch. And I went with the 3-inch blocks just to kind of give myself a challenge. And I had a lot of fun doing these. I got really behind in this sew-along, and I jumped back in and got caught up. And anyway, I won't lay them all out, but you get the point. They've just been really great blocks. For the finishing, I do happen to know that I needed to make some half square triangles, and so I have those made and ready to go. And I will be awaiting the finishing instructions tomorrow and setting this all together. So now that I've shared some of these things with you, I just wanted to share with you a few basic tips for when you are participating in a sew-along. The first thing to do is to get the pattern right away. Now, in the case of the sampler spree sew along, there was a book that needed to be ordered, and so that was the first thing I did, was get a copy of my book. Some sew alongs, they're giving you the patterns each week or each month, like this Socialites sew along from Fat Quarter Shop or my own block of the month. And so sometimes you can't get the pattern in the beginning, and that's okay, but you can usually kind of get an idea about how much fabric you might need to get started, whether it's a scrappy quilt or not. So that's kind of your first order of business, is to get the pattern if you can, and then kind of think about what type of fabrics you want to use and gather those all together. The third thing I really like to suggest is that you have one container for keeping everything in. And so for my sampler spree quilt along, I'm going to use this caddy that I got. It's super roomy, and so I'm going to keep my, I can actually, it's got the compartments right now, but I'm actually going to take those out so I can lay my blocks flat, and I'll have my book, my blocks, all in one place. And for this quilt along that I did right here, I've just got another option for you, just a simple plastic bin. So just some way that you can keep all of your things together for that sew along, so that you can always go and grab it off the shelf or grab it out of a drawer. I also like using project bags for projects like this. You can hang them up in the closet, and you can see through the vinyl window what is in your bag. So this is another option. And then I've got another long-term project just in a you know, kind of a basket like this. So lots of different options for keeping your project, but that's my third tip, is to have a storage container. My fourth tip is to keep notes about the sew along someplace. Fabrics that you're going to use, things that you like and don't like as you're going along. And I keep those notes in my Quilting Life planner. It's a great place to keep notes about works in progress, sew alongs, things like that. So that's where I keep those notes, is in that planner. And then fifth and finally, just kind of give yourself a sewing schedule. What works for me is that I work on projects like this just on Saturdays. Spend a couple hours and make the blocks I need to make for that week or for that month. And if I know I'm going to be busy or gone on a Saturday, I can do it earlier in the week. But that works for me, just to have kind of a set time once or twice a month that I know I'm going to work on these types of projects. And then finally, the last tip I wanted to give you, I did mention it earlier, but if you get behind, just start where they are in the sew along. With this Socialites sew along, I made one of my early blocks, and then I feel like I got behind for a couple of months. And so what I did was I just started with the block that they were on that week, and I tried to make a couple extra blocks each week. And I did that up until the end of the sew along, and by the time it finished, I was completely caught up. So that's my last tip. Just in closing, I just want to tell you a couple more reasons why I love sew alongs. I think it's a great way to use your stash. It is also a great way to have a sense of community with other quilters who are sewing the same project that you are. You might get inspired by the blocks that they share and give yourself ideas for that project or for other projects you want to do. I also feel like it can build your skills. Some of the blocks might be easy, some of them might be a little bit more difficult, and so you can challenge yourself, and if you decide that you don't like it, you can always usually substitute with another block. But so many good reasons to join a sew along, and I have, as I mentioned, a couple blog posts on this topic that I will link as well, and hope that if you aren't already participating in one of these sew alongs, that you might decide to jump in and sew along. I hope you enjoyed today's video on preparing for and keeping up with your favorite quilt along or sew along. I'll link everything in the description notes below, and there's also a link to a blog post that goes even more in depth on some of the ideas that I talked about today. So if you love today's videos, please share it with a friend, hit the like button, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much for stopping by.